It's the final day of our European mega trip, and today we are here at the largest theme park in Europe. Welcome to our vlog from the Efteling, and it was actually only my second time visiting this park. I first came last year, a couple of weeks after the opening of Baron 1898. That is the ride, what drew me in to come to this park. And I came last year and I was so impressed with the theming, the scale, and the fact that this place is just magical. It's absolutely beautiful. It's the first time for these guys at Efteling. Martin and Joe are here, and yeah, are you excited?
Looking forward to this one. Yeah, certainly heard good things, and so far with first impressions, impressed with how they've got the system for all the cars driving into the park, how they park you into the car park, 2/3 lanes in. Very impressed.
The entrance is very efficient as well, the whole turnstile area, all inside the massive entrance building that you see. Now, as you know, I love looking at your feedback. I read every single comment on the vlogs, and last July there was quite a lot of comments on the vlog saying, Sean, you missed this, Sean, you missed that. There's so much more to Efteling than just the rides. And over the next couple of days whilst we're here, I'm going to try and find all them little hidden gems, because I've not even seen 2/3 of this park from what you guys told me. Yes, I went round and went on all the rides, or the majority of the rides, but I didn't see some of the little features that really make Efteling. So throughout this vlog, I'm going to make it my mission to find all the little secrets there is inside this park as well. I'm going to be keeping an eye on my phone to sort of see, you know, what little facts and things I can find along the way, and go and really discover the true delight of the Efteling. It's a huge park, it's absolutely massive, and basically the entrance procedure means that all these gates, there's around 5 or 6 of these gates all the way around the main park area. These all automatically open at 10 o'clock. The park is open from 10 until 6 today, which means we've got plenty of time to get around on some rides. We've also got some fantastic shows, such as Ravelin, which is one of the best theme park shows I've ever seen. It's a very strange place, but it's a very beautiful place, and it's home to some of the best rides I've ever done. Baron 1898, one of my favourite B&Ms ever. It's absolutely gorgeous, the theming, the atmosphere, how immersive it is. In fact, I think we're heading up there now. Let's go and take a look. It's great to be back 1 year on and see already how this area's grown up. When me and Dean were here last July, all the bushes and all the trees had just been planted. They hadn't really grown that much. Whereas now, we're here a year on to come and see how Baron 1898, or as I like to pronounce it, that's us trying to say 1898. Look at this. Oh, we've also had a bit of a change out here since I was last here. Looks like the whole baggage hold has been removed, because this was all here, and there was like a little area, and all this rock work wasn't here. We still get around. Oh, there you go. The baggage hold's up there now. That's better.
5 minutes queue.
It's better than 90 minutes that we waited. Let's go.
U zijt gewaarschuwd.
To get back on the B&M dive coaster that opened here last year. I'd forgotten just how amazingly themed and what an immersive experience that Baron Aquanora is. I mean, you know, it's fantastic. How did you find it, Martin, as an overall, like, first off, as an overall experience, then I'll ask you what you thought of it as a coaster. So, right, as an overall product.
As an experience, it is faultless. Absolutely, you cannot put faults to that ride. I mean, as that, it takes the crown as the best ride of the trip.
Definitely.
All right. And of course, it is a B&M as well, so obviously I'm going to be bias towards B&M. Yeah.
As a roller coaster then,
As a roller coaster,
manufactured by B&M.
I mean, it obviously doesn't take the crown for the most forces.
It's pretty forceless, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But the thing is, I love B&M dive machines. Oblivion is my best ride. Is my favourite ride at all the towers. So, I mean,
there you go. Good review then from Martin in terms of an experience. What I actually wanted to do with that is carry on the whole theme of this park, which is very mystical, very magical. And Baron 1898 certainly takes you on that journey with a fantastic combination of special effects, projection mapping, smoke, and the scale of the theme, and the fact they contacted B&M to do their custom, support. It's fantastic. What did you think, Joe, to the
The experience was, great, fantastic. I couldn't ever tell you which one I prefer out of
Oblivion, like the two dive coaster home last year, didn't they? Black Hole and that.
I couldn't decide. Honestly, they're so different.
As a coaster, Oblivion.
Oh yeah, massively. Oblivion, that's what I had to get onto basically. As an experience, two very different experiences. Can't compare them, in my opinion. You can't go, prefer that over that, because it depends very much on what you like as a theme. I quite like my modern themes. But that is also excellent. I love the steampunk theme as well.
Very good quality as well. It's all real brickwork and it's not fiberglass,
As the roller coaster, Oblivion the Black Hole's a much better layout.
And it's got a lot of force.
The mist tunnel was, I thought, a bit stronger on the Black Hole as well, because you had the strobes in there as well.
Got you some plants here, Joe. Been down my garden centre, been down B&Q. Got you some plants.
I couldn't. If somebody asked me, which one do you prefer, I couldn't say.
They're both very different rides,
they're
but
both excellent at the end of the day. So it's not like this one's rubbish, that one's great. They're both excellent B&Ms.
There you go.
You can't say, if you want to do B&M dive coasters, do them both.
There you go.
Biggest park though.
It's very magical, very well themed.
I think this is taking it has already took the crown.
Best park you've ever done.
Park? No.
You think Europa's better?
Europa Park is better.
Of course it is.
I'm sorry, fans of Efteling out there, but obviously this has took the crown as the best park of the trip.
Well, this is the second best ride here, in my opinion.
I'm only here for 5 minutes.
It's a brilliant park, and Baron, it's great to see they're looking after that ride. I love what they've done with the new baggage hold, and it's fantastic. Anyway, we're now going on a water coaster that is not manufactured by Mack. This is actually manufactured by Comeback. And this thing, wow, when I first rode it last year, I was so impressed with the theming, and the queue line is one of the best I've ever seen. You've got the atmosphere in here, and every couple of minutes you've got the ceiling all the sort of effects as we walk through. And obviously once we get inside the main queue line here, the views into this ride station are absolutely stunning. So I know you can't see a lot at the moment, so we'll go around this corner and I'll show you some more. Get ready for the splash! Hollander! Top back! Holland and Barrett the ride! you can really see where 20 million euros was spent on that ride when it opened in 2007. That is fantastic. The Flying Dutchman here at Efteling, the indoor section of that, especially on the front, is amazing. So spoiler alert coming up for guys who don't want that ride spoiling, because I know there's a lot of you out there that want to actually experience the dark ride before I tell them. So that was your spoiler alert. Basically with that, you've got a little pea light, a little lantern on the front, and that isn't just there for scenery purposes. As you go into the ride, you've got some massive ships, and then you go through a nice door which opens. There's a little cog on the side that turns round, and then you go in through the door. Once you go in through that door, you then go into a very mist-filled room, and they've got whispers coming from the side, surround sound, and all you can see inside that room is mist and the little pea light in front of you, you know, so atmospheric. From there round, you go round the corner, you've got a massive water screen where they actually project, hello, Team Volta Wide on YouTube, where they actually project a lightning effect onto it, and then you start going up the lift hill, where you stop, and then there's a face which turns into like a skull, and then from there on you go through a mist screen which has got a projection on it yet again before making your way down the drop into the outdoor section that you can see there. I mean, what did you guys think of that as an overall experience?
For me, that's a better experience than Baron. That indoor section made the whole ride for me. The effects where you've got the pea light at the front of the boat, and then
we love pea lights, don't we?
Yeah, all the mist in there. You've got a very little sort of breeze coming through. It's like you're in a stormy, not like a misty sea, and you can't see anything. And then you come through into the storm, and it's great. It's just such a great atmosphere. Probably the best atmosphere I've ever seen on a ride before.
It's a very Valhalla ride. That it's a very Sean ride in terms of effects, and you know, I love it what they've done to it in there. And with it not being a Mack as well, with it being manufactured by Comeback, which are famous for their, you know, wooden roller coasters, at the end of the day, it makes it a very different experience to what you'd normally get from a roller coaster. What about Mr. Martin Hotwood? What did you think of that?
In terms of experience, I agree with Joe Beasley over here. Definitely better than Baron in terms of experience, because I thought about everything, and I think the theming is actually better on that. Definitely.
The queue line especially.
Tell that they thought about everything, just from the little pea light at the front. It just makes all the difference. It makes all the difference. In terms of the coaster itself, Baron is better. But I would say that because I'm biased towards B&M.
If B&M did water rides, it might come one day, who knows?
Although the splash at the end, it is a little bit anticlimactic.
There you go, that's your review. We're now going on George and the Dragon, which is a twin track Great Coasters International wooden roller coaster that actually replaced a previous wooden coaster that used to be on this very site, which was known as Pegasus. It was a lot smaller than this, and obviously they wanted a bigger wooden roller coaster with the capacity of doing 2 tracks. Now, I wasn't a massive fan of this when I did it last year. In terms of the experience, like this queue line, after doing something like DVH, you know, it just hasn't got the same atmosphere. However, in terms of a woody, it's very smooth, it's got some good forces, and a little bit of airtime as well, you know, but in terms of the overall ride, for me, this is probably one of my weakest ones at the park. But I do like the fire effect you've got from the Dragon, all the smoke effects and stuff from the Dragon, which is good, and also in the station, you got some really nice trumpets. Maybe I wasn't that keen on this ride, because when me and Dean were here, we queued about an hour all the way around this every time we rode it. Me and I only did it 3 or so times. So maybe this trip, we've been able to experience both sides a lot more, with it being a lot quieter than when we came in the summer last time. You know, I might appreciate it a lot more. So far, I'm enjoying Efteling a lot more than last year. I think mainly because it was so busy with Baron opening up. You know, it was absolutely rammed. Everything we wanted to do, even food, we had to queue. Whereas this time, it's a lot quieter to enjoy this park. So let's go and give this a ride. Joris and the Draak, George and the Dragon. Which side do you want to do first? That's the question. Get ready for the trumpets. Off we go. A really clever thing about this ride as well is when the trains come back in, these actually come down whichever side has won. So if this side wins, these blue ones come down. If that side wins, then the red ones come down just up there. So who's going to win? Here we go. And that means that this side's won, and that red side over there has lost, and they get a boo as the train comes in, and these get a cheer. Little effects like that really make it. Also on the brake run, it tells you who's won and who's lost. There's like a little stanchion with 2 different flags on as well. So let's get on board George and the Dragon. Let's go. Get your trumpets ready. Trumpets ready. So we've just come off Joris on the blue side, and yeah, I feel kind of the same about how we did last year with that. That is not a bad wooden roller coaster. That is a very good wooden roller coaster with some very different forces. It pushes you around that circuit and it's very close to the ground. The fact I've ridden some of the best wooden roller coasters across the world, to me, I don't rank it very high in terms of my woodies. Don't get me wrong, the way it interacts with the other train, and you've got some nice water splash elements going off as you're going past it, and it's very close to the ground. It's very much what I think Alton Towers wooden roller coaster, if it does get past, is going to be like. But yeah, I'm not too sure. It's a good coaster for what it is. If that was in the UK, it'd probably be one of the best coasters in the country. With it being in Europe and having so much competition around it, such as Troy, Woden, yes, I do prefer those over it. However, it's not a bad roller coaster at all. What did Martin think to the blue side of Joris?
I liked that. You got some good corners on it. That is the best.
Good banking. Good banking.
It's got some good corners on it, and that is the best bit about this ride. In terms of airtime, Troy gives you more airtime, so yeah, I prefer that. But no, this is better themed than Troy.
Oh, a lot better
so that
themed.
automatically gets a thumbs up. And really, it is quite smooth for a woody.
It's one of the smoothest woodies I've ever ridden.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not too sure.
Which is why that is good. Because if you are a person that don't like woodies, you're like this.
Yeah.
I think. Really. All I can say is, Leah, if you're watching, you'll like this woody.
Okay, there you go.
I've found a woody that you will like.
That's Martin's other half, who's also enjoying her holiday at the moment, so hope you're having a good holiday. There you go. What did Mr. Lost Gravity think of that?
Yeah, I liked it. As a coaster...
You had a front row as well, didn't you?
Yeah. As a coaster, it's the best coaster here, I'd say. As an experience, it's obviously nowhere near as good as the other two we've done. Yeah, I quite enjoy it. I like the twin track racer thing. I've always quite liked that because I've always loved Stampede, even though it's rough as.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's great. Yeah, I like the random bits of banking in it, like you get on Voden and it kind of throws you out your seat in place.
It does throw out your seat quite a lot.
Not so much like floaty airtime, but like you do get some nice little bunny hills and stuff, but not as much like big airtime as you get.
It's quite a short woody as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is quite short. Yeah, it's a lot shorter than the other two we've done. So. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah, like I say, not a bad ride at all. Very enjoyable coaster. And what Efteling have done to make this immersive atmosphere. Yes, there isn't so much theming around here, but it just looks very picturesque in the trees and the little stream just here. And yeah, it adds a lot. Efteling really care about the experience, and little things like having the flags and having the little thing at the end just up there which moves, whichever train wins, and having this themed vending machine. This is what the Efteling is all about. It's not about roller coasters, it's not about rides, it's about the overall enjoyment of the product. We're going to try the other side now and we'll see how this pairs up. Can't really remember that much. Like I say, I didn't get that many rides. I think I did 3 rides in total in 2 days when I was last here. It was that busy that, with it being one of my weaker rides, I had to spend my time riding Baron and some of the others. But yeah, it's going to give Red Side a go. So we've just come off the red side of George and the Dragon. How did the guys find that, Martin?
I enjoyed that. I prefer the red side to the blue side because I think that's got more airtime and you got a few head choppers on that one. But in terms of the blue side, that's got better cornering.
Both coasts
but
are very
overall,
different, aren't they?
Red side.
There you go, both both coasts are very different, and we were just saying that on ride actually. I mean, at the end of the day, why build a twin track racer where both sides are the same? You know, that works really well, the fact that both ride very differently. What did you think, Joe, about that?
Yeah, you pretty much summed it up pretty well there for me. Like, yeah, both sides are very different for different reasons.
Definitely.
It's hard to choose between them, but I think for me, probably red, mate.
Red?
I don't know, no, blue is quite good as well.
See,
I like the random banking.
Yeah, I don't know, I can't decide. Like, I enjoy them both, but like I say, if there was, you know, in terms of other wooden coasters that I've done, then it's one of the weaker ones, but it's still a very good wooden roller coaster. GCI, you know, they build great quality. What also is quality is Python. Now, this Vekoma roller coaster opened in 1981. And at its time, it was the largest roller coaster on the European mainland, so it's a bit of a classic ride, this one. Now, this is also famous for having an accident back in 2007, which a lot of you might have seen the YouTube video of. Since then, the ride's had new trains, it's been updated, and obviously safety procedures are paramount at these parks. It's a very popular ride, this one. It gets the queues, and it's very classic. If it wasn't for this ride, then we probably wouldn't have had some of the larger roller coasters ever built in Europe, you know. So it's a very ride to appreciate, a very good classic, and it's one that I'm sure will remain at Efteling for a number of years. So let's go and give Python a ride, shall we? So I'm going to talk a little bit about the train design on Python now. This roller coaster had a lot of different trains over the years. In fact, when it first opened in 1981, it actually ran with trains that were manufactured by Aerodynamics. It then got Vekoma trains, and then in the early 2000s, the trains were replaced with comeback trains. And then for 2011, the trains that we see running on the coaster today were installed, which are the brand new trains from Vekoma. Now, this is what is going to be coming to Space Mountain Mission 2 for next season at Disneyland Paris, and it's also been used on quite a few of the other double loop corkscrew, Vekoma rides. So hopefully, this is something what's going to be looped out, across a lot of the parks.
On
a pun there.
This trip,
yeah. At the end of the day, hopefully this will get looped out to the parks. Do you like that? Looped out, the pun.
Big loop.
So yeah, the fact that it's had 4 different types of trains. Yeah. 4 different types of trains. I mean, I'd like to renew with the comeback trains just to see what it's like. But these new style Vekoma trains, they look nice on the track. They look just like a Python.
Very little noise coming from the actual trains. A lot of noise coming from the track, but it sounds very smooth.
Also, instead of having obviously your standard Vekoma click, 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 it's down and bashing your shoulders against it. With these, it's a nice chest pad, and it really enhances the experience. And with this being a very old coaster, that's exactly what it needs. So yeah, let's go and ride Python. Running quite good actually today. It only took us about 15 minutes to queue all of that. It is on 2 trains, but obviously it has got one of the slowest lift hills I've ever known, this one. It's quite slow at getting up there, quite gradual. You get some great views of the area and also some great views across the rest of the park as well. This is a big park, isn't it? It's a big place. There's a lot to see.
Huge. We're coming back.
We're coming back at some point to come and see more. And yeah, look, we've got 2 days to see it this time. And the first part of this vlog is very much about getting the coasters done for these guys. This afternoon, we're going to go and have a look around some of the quaint little areas of Efteling that even I've never seen before. So it's going to be really nice. I think you're really going to enjoy it. It's something a bit different for the channel. Sean's Big Python, everybody. That is a really nice big clock. Look at that. Station de Oost. We're going on the Parks Railway now. One of the things that I didn't do last time. Again, we're going to look at all the different things at this park. We'll just come off Python, which it rides so well for a Vekoma. It rides beautifully. It was really, really nice, that was. And them restraints make a big difference. Did you enjoy that, Martin? Or?
I did enjoy that. That's a very good classic Vekoma. And it rides surprisingly smooth for like such a ride of its age.
Definitely.
I mean, I don't know how long she's got left in her, but obviously you can tell that they've spent a lot of money to maintain that ride of its age. I think, I don't know, geeks out there, please tell me whether or not that is exactly the same layout as hyphen at Busch Gardens.
Which was there, it's not there anymore, it's gone.
Yeah, the one
Removed
that
ride.
did close in 2006.
Something like that, yeah.
It opened in 1976. So like only 5 years different. So yeah.
Good ride, good ride. You enjoy that, Joe?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
Classic.
just classic. Okay, really, not a lot to say about it.
Roller coaster fans from Spain.
Hooray! Roller coaster fans. Oh, there you go. They've all got shirts. There you go. Fans unite. That's
Why are your t-shirts orange and why are your t-shirts blue? Are you against each other? Are you?
I like the cap.
Yeah, that's a great cap.
That's a great cap for a brilliant park. Phantasialand. Yeah.
We went there yesterday.
Yeah.
We were there yesterday.
Yeah, Phantasialand. There you go. You enjoy them, Pie, didn't you?
Yeah. There's not a lot to say about it in terms of theme or anything like that. It's very sort of bland, off the shelf. But yeah, right.
It was the first
Yeah.
biggest coaster in Europe at its time, you know. That's
It would be nice to see it themed in though.
if it wasn't for that ride, then we wouldn't be looking at some of the rides we look at today, so I appreciate it for that reason.
Your
so.
favourite park in
Coaster enthusiast from Spain, there you go.
Europa Park.
Favourite park in Europe, Europa Park, get yourself there.
Yeah.
So in 2017, the Efteling will open one of its largest ever dart rides. This is going to be Symbolica, and it's going to be a trackless dart ride system inside a massive castle. And here it is. This is actually the Efteling Brink, and this is where me and Dean last time was raving to No Limit by 2 Unlimited. There used to be a stage here, and we watched the big show. And yeah, but I'd much rather have a massive dart ride coming. Efteling is building its realm of fantasy right here, and look at this really nice construction fence, and you can sort of see the start of the building, what's going to hold Symbolica is starting to go up. You know, obviously we're going to be following the construction you know, here on Theme Park Worldwide throughout that, but it looks to me like it could be one of the best rides here in terms of theming and experience. As they keep building rides, they keep getting better and better. Like at the Flying Dutchman and then to Baron 1898, you know, they keep getting the theme and they keep doing it right. So hopefully it means we're going to get an absolutely amazing world-class dart ride, which I'm sure we will, and similar to a couple of the dart rides. Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. YouTube, yeah, Theme Park Worldwide, you're on YouTube. Say hi, Mum, I'm on the telly.
Hi, Mum, hi.
Yeah, okay, see you later. Ta. But yeah, so it's going to be a massive new ride. We've got all this temporary signage out at the moment whilst it's being built. And it looks like around here we can see what is going to be one of the domed roof structures. I mean, this is going to look amazing for when you first come into the park. Look at that. I didn't realise construction had actually started this quickly. Like last time I saw pictures of this, like only a couple of months back, it was just demolition work. Already, this dart ride's already going in, so it's going to be huge. Look at that. Realm of fantasy. Time to watch our first show of the day, and when I first watched this in July last year, this was one of my favourite shows I've ever seen at a theme park. This is an absolutely amazing venue. The scale of this place is absolutely amazing. The theme of it is amazing, and it features more fire than any other show I've ever seen. This is a very Sean show, and I absolutely love it. Ravelin. When it first opened, actually, it didn't feature as much theming on the set, so they reworked it a little bit a few years later, added more theming, and we got the Ravelin that we see today. So some really good effects in here, and obviously we've got a bit of mist going on down the side of the bridge. It's a bit like Dravelwind if you saw our vlog from Toverland. Time for Ravelin. This is brilliant.
alleen. Jullie maken geen schijn van kans. We moeten onze krachten bundelen. Alleen door samen te werken kunnen we overwinnen. Gebruik jullie elementen.
We just come out of Ravelin, which is still one of my favourite park shows out there in Europe. Absolutely fantastic venue, beautiful scenery, beautiful sets, all the fire effects. You've got loads of exciting things in there, and it was a brilliant show. Not too long either, it's quite sort of snappy. It's only around 20-25 minutes long, but the venue is amazing. When that curtain comes down, you know, you see the beautiful set in front of you. 30 million euros was spent on that venue. I mean, that is a lot of money to spend on a park show, but was it worth it? That's the question.
I really enjoyed that. It was a good family show. With a lot of these theme park shows, some of them can be a bit too long.
Yeah.
And your kids can get a bit ratty. With that, it's the perfect length. It's not too long at all.
Full of action as well. No boring bits really. It's all full-on action.
And it's got a really, really nice storyline. And a little bit of magic in there too.
I have goosebumps when I watch that. The audio helps a lot and the fuego. But you know, oh, it's brilliant. I really enjoy the whole feel of it. And yeah, like you say, you can also get like a headset and listen to it in your own language, which I think is a really nice idea. But there you go. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, you can see where the money went.
What, the big animatronic dragon?
Yeah, the big animatronic dragon and the propane to run it, and then all the scenery as well. The scale of it's quite big, yeah.
It's a massive show, but there's so much going on. There's not really loads of actors. There's around 10 actors, but you got lots of horses, lots of birds flying around, and some really cool tricks like a lady just appears in like a fog tunnel. Some of the actors come out of the ground through water. Obviously, that's quite a nice effect. And the actual Ravelin building in the middle of the set, where all the smoke comes out and the horses come out from. It's a brilliant park show. One of my favourite shows I've ever seen out there in the world. It's brilliant. The venue's lovely, and that opened here at Efteling in 2011. Money well spent with that. And what I love is how hidden it is. From here, you can't even tell it's a massive venue through that archway. But it wasn't just built for that, it's also a conference centre inside there. It's also a restaurant, and it's also where all the staff sort of communication is done. So whoever's running your Efteling Twitter page and stuff like that, you know, they're the sort of people who are housed in that building as well. So it wasn't just a show venue, it was also infrastructure. We also just had a bit of food, which was quite interesting. Quite a big queue for chicken and chips, but Martin decided to have that.
Queue jump, yeah.
Yeah, he did a bit of English shoe jumping.
It appears that is the only way to get food here.
The queue was, I must admit, I love this park, it's beautiful, but the food, I do really struggle at Efteling. Maybe it's because it's that big, I've not actually found all the food outlets. Well, I know I've not found all the food outlets that there is, but I'm sure over time that is something that I'll get to learn. I should do a bit more research into food. But yeah, I had like a muffin and some cakes, and it was a very, very fatty meal I had, but it was nice.
I've been quite impressed with the food.
Yeah, there you go. That good, he chucked it on the floor. That's how good it was.
It fell on the floor.
It was that good, he thought, I'm not having this. Chuck it on the floor. 20 euros down the drain.
It fell on the floor.
You know,
it fell on.
Food is expensive here as well, isn't it? Very expensive. 20 euro that meal was.
Yeah, it was expensive.
To chuck on the floor, but it's alright, you got your money's worth because he got you a new one. So technically it was only 10 euros because he chucked one away and you got another one. So there you go, Martin Upwood, everybody. But we're now going on Dream Flight. Now, I have been on this ride before, however it didn't actually make it into my last vlog because it was one of the last rides we did at the trip, and obviously it's quite hidden. I mean, you wouldn't think that the biggest dark ride at the park was inside here, would you? You know, there's actually a massive warehouse behind there where it is. Yeah, so we're going to go on Dream Flight. This is a suspended dart ride, which is something very different. It's got a very nice feel to it. It's very magical, and this really captures the whole essence of what Efteling is all about. So I'll take you along for the ride on this one, and let's go and ride Dream Flight. down the helix. Dun, 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 This ride is so beautiful, so magical, and it was actually built by Translift and opened in 1993. For 1993, how amazing is this? To think this thing is as old as it is, and it still looks beautiful, all the set pieces look lovely, it's just a beautiful ride experience.
So, that caught me by surprise.
How was your ride on Dreamflight then, Joe?
Weird.
It is a strange dark ride, isn't it? But it's very clever, you know. I mean,
Yeah,
what did you think of the scenes?
Really nice to look at the scenes. My particular favourite one was the one where like had sort of Hogwarts, but upside down as well.
Yeah, like a castle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a planet with like a full castle on it. And then yeah, it's just really random. It just didn't really...
very picturesque. Maybe because we're English, we don't understand it properly. But what do you think, Martin?
What a very nice ride.
Beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's great for kids. Very, very good and well kept theming for like the
1993, yeah, I mean, crazy, isn't it?
exactly. Yeah, the ride of its age, and it's very, very surprising. And you can see where they get certain ideas for other rides around the world.
Yeah, Efteling did a lot of firsts actually, and this is another one they're about to ride actually. This actually opened in 1996, and this was the world's first Vekoma Madhouse. Now obviously the concept for a Madhouse has been around for many years in terms of like the haunted swing, Blackpool Pleasure Beach. However, this was the first Madhouse where it actually took off massively for Vekoma, and then they've since gone on to make rides such as Hex and all the other Madhouses that we've rode. We've rode a lot this trip actually, but this was the very first proper Vekoma Madhouse, Villa Volta from 1996. But yeah, I love Dreamflight. I think that's a fantastic dark ride. I think that ride then went on to inspire many other rides, and that is exactly what Efteling are really good at. The rides that they have built have then gone on to inspire other people and other parks to build rides. With Dreamflight, it reminds me of Arthur in a way. Arthur is more of a modern version of that. Yes, it does follow the theme of Arthur, whereas that is a very unique theme to the park with all the princesses and how magical it is. But yeah, it was a really good dark ride, and Villa Volta is another one of my favourites. So let's go and give this a go. The pre-shows in this are quite long, but overall the soundtrack, the ambience and the experience is fantastic inside. So let's go and have a look. Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube, everyone, give them a wave. There we go, let's go Villa Volta.
Sporen, maar ineens in de verte een groot gebouw. De abdij van Boston, wisten wij. We brachten de paarden in galop en toen de zon was weggezakt.
To thank for all your Vekoma Madhouses out there. If it wasn't for Villa Volta, we wouldn't have Hex today. Thanks a lot, Villa Volta. You did a lot for this world. How was that, Martin?
Oh my god, I loved that. That is
I love it too, it's so beautiful.
That is different for a Vekoma Madhouse because it's so bright in there.
It is really
But
bright.
I'll tell you, it works really, really well. That is probably one of the best Vekoma Madhouses in the world.
It is, I completely agree.
I tell you, I mean, if I understood it more, probably it would beat Hex.
The theming's
But
gorgeous
I
in there.
love Hex. But obviously that has to be the best in the world, probably. If I understood it more, I would obviously say that it is better than Hex.
It is gorgeous. It's a bit too pre-show heavy for me, but I do think that is because of it not being in our language, which is completely understandable. But yeah, as Martin said, that is one of the world's best, and it was the prototype. 20 years old now, and look at it, it's still going strong. What an absolutely gorgeous ride that is, and as Martin said, it's so bright in there. Madhouses are always known for being so dark and gloomy, whereas that was just beautiful. Yeah, Beanball Worldwide on YouTube. Check it out. Yeah, peace out. How was that for you, Joe?
The pre-shows are a little bit dragged out.
They are long.
We didn't understand a word of it because we don't speak Dutch. But the actual the vault itself was good. Yeah,
It was great, wasn't it? The Madhouse
very
is just
different to see one, with, as you say, with the light. Like
so
a light
bright.
rather than dark themes. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's quite cool.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I really enjoy that, and it's one of my favourite rides at the park. Efteling is so enchanting, so magical, and that ride and Dreamflight really sum up the magic of this park. Two other rides that are really good at this park are Vogel Rok and Carnival Festival, which is at the top end of the park, close to the Efteling Hotel, where we're going to have a little walk up to now, a little stroll through the forest here, and make our way up to that end of the park. Two really good rides, an indoor roller coaster, which is fantastic, and then of course you've got a dart ride as well, which reminds me quite a bit of It's a Small World at Disney. So we'll head up to that end of the park, have a nice ponder up there, and go and see what the top end of this delightful park has to offer. I'm really enjoying this place. I'm enjoying it even more than I did last time. I'm starting to understand what Efteling's all about now, and it really, really is not about big roller coasters. Next up, we're going on, you're right there, Joe. We're going on Vogel Rok, or as we'd say in England, Bird Rock, which is basically an indoor Vekoma custom layout roller coaster that opened here at Efteling in 1998. Now, when I first rode this last year, I was unsure on what it was actually going to be like. Me loving dart rides and loving coasters, this was an ideal thing for me, a dart ride coaster where the whole thing is indoors. And it definitely lived up to what I expected. This ride's fantastic, it features onboard audio, and it's a really good fun coaster, some really nice forces, some really good theming, and it's so much better than Temple in the Nighthawk at Fantasyland, which is one of the worst of these indoor coasters, if not the worst, with no theming. It's got some force, but no actual theming at all, no lighting, no nothing. This is completely different. It's quite a short ride, quite quick, but it packs a punch. It's got a lot going for it. So let's go have a look at the Bird Rock, Vogel Rok, here at Efteling. There's a big egg, the eggs of the Nemesis creature. Look at this, it's pea light heaven in here, look. All these, all the way down. Loads of pea lights. Really nice ones. He's got a little thing on top, look, that's quite nice. This ride has also got one of the most addictive onboard soundtracks I've ever heard. You can hear it now, actually, it's coming in, ready? Cut off, let's get on. Vogel Rok. It's short, it's snappy, but it's sweet, and like I say again, for 1998, there's some nice lighting in there, some nice lasers. I assume they were added more recently than 1998, but I know there's a lot of Efteling fans out there watch these videos, so comment below, let me know. I'd be quite interested to sort of know about that. That is a really enjoyable indoor coaster. It's not got any inversions or anything. It's got nice floaty bits of airtime in places, quite fast, and it's just a general enjoyable ride. I like that one. What did you think of that, Joe? Soundtrack as well, soundtrack. Is that all you got to say? Squawk?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
It's better than in the night, Hulk.
Yeah, massively better, yeah.
Get that hat on, he's trying to look cool now. Look at that,
I'm
viewers.
just trying to hide my bad hair at the moment.
Yeah, it's just a bit bad at the moment. Yeah, it's... yeah.
Good, is it?
No.
The best thing about that is the soundtrack. It's a bit short in my opinion, that one.
You're not a big fan of that, no.
Quite fast though.
Not really.
Very fast, that, yeah, very fast. Vogel Rok or Bird Rock. What you will like though, you love Disney, don't you?
Yeah.
No, you'll like this because it's a complete Disney, It's a Small World style ride, yeah.
Okay.
But you'll like it. It's got a different theme, obviously. It's based on like a carnival, and it's got a very, it's very unique. I wouldn't say it's a Disney rip-off, so to speak. It's just a very enjoyable experience, like It's a Small World, with a very, very addictive soundtrack on this one. But it's a nice ride. Quite a queue for it though, by the looks of this. They love the dark rides here at Efteling, but they also love cattle pen queue lines. You can tell that a lot of these rides were built, before experience really came into it with the cattle pens. And this tree must be protected. I'd love to know, any more Efteling fans, tell me why that tree stayed. Why could that not have been removed? Is it there to look nice as a modern feature, or could they not take it out? Looking at that trunk, it looks like a very old tree, so I'm assuming that can't be removed. I don't know. Sean's what?
Sean's tree fact.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a listed tree, that one.
It looks very old.
That looks like a grade 1/grade 2 listed tree.
They said you can build queue line there, but you keep tree. So there you go. Enjoy that impression.
I did. I don't think the Dutch ones would though.
Do you not?
No.
I try my best, our viewers. I try my best. Let's go on Carnival Festival.
Now we're going on to an outdoors.
Here we go.
I like these rides.
Here we go, welcome to the United Kingdom. London Underground gets a little feature, look. There we go, there's Joe, there's Martin, and there's me. And there's Rebecca Webster. Are you all sitting there at home singing along to the music yet? Come on, put your tea down, clap your hands, and have a good sing along with Theme Park Worldwide. Welcome to Italia, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's just like It's a Small World. One more time. Oh, I absolutely love Carnival Festival. It's got a really nice feel-good feel to it. And what I also love about that is that ride opened in 1984. How amazing does that look for 1984? Yes, it was slightly redecorated in 2005 and had a few upgrades, but that has been sitting there since 1984. How amazing does that look for its age? And they've kept really on top of that. What I also love is there's a carpet running around the whole circuit. So if you need to evap that, it'd be the most easy thing ever. You just walk around the carpet, nice cushiony carpet, you know. It's a really good fun ride. It takes you around 9 different scenes, and it's great to see the UK represented as one of the scenes. Mine look like you're enjoying that.
I absolutely love that.
It's a
and
small
I love
world.
Toyland Tours, and I love It's a Small World, so of course I'm going to love that.
Carnival Festival sits right there in one of Martin's most fun dark rides. So Pagode, which is the viewing tower, was actually closed last time I was here due to maintenance, with the Efteling being open all year round. Obviously sometimes rides and attractions do go into a maintenance period, very similar to what happens at the Disney and Universal parks, and really any park that opens all throughout the year. Same also with Aquanora, that is also off at the moment, which is the water and fire show, which is held on the park's main entrance, and later on in the vlog I'll actually take you over there where they've actually drained the lake. We'll have a little look at some of the maintenance, what's going on over at Aquanora, but unfortunately we're not going to get to see it this trip, but we did see Aquanora last time we were here. We've also got a full video of both the Tiesto version and the normal version available to view here on the Theme Park Worldwide YouTube channel, so make sure you do check those out. But yeah, like I say, with the maintenance period, this ride was closed last time. Looks like we're going to get some really nice views, so look at this. We should get some great views of the park's coasters, such as Joris and Aquanora on here.
It does definitely look like the crown of Efteling sort of thing.
Like it floats above the park. It also makes it on all their marketing material as well.
Crown of Efteling, you can definitely tell that.
Probably the highest point in the park, actually. And also, like we say, you know, it's a very proud park, Efteling, and they're very proud of their brand and the whole icon of Efteling is a very magical place. So I'm sure this will be a really nice ride, and we'll get some brilliant views of the park for you up here. Here we go. Now this really shows how big this park is. There is the main entrance. Some great views of where Symbolica is going to be. And right over there is Ravelin. You can see Ravelin there. You've got Bird Rock down the bottom corner. Look at the views we can get of Symbolica though. This just shows how big of a scale this dark ride is going to actually be. Look at that. That's got to be around the same size as Ratatouille at Disneyland Paris, which is also a trackless dark ride. Look at that, and also fantastic views of the Efteling Hotel, Baranaka. Look at this. And that is where all your coasters are. Look at that for a view. A really unique angle of the Baron. Gorgeous. I can't wait for next year. I'm here on Theme Park Worldwide. We will be back in 2017 to come and ride on Symbolica, the brand new ride just here. Look at that. There's a better view of Vogel Rok for you with the Efteling Hotel just behind it. And here we can actually see some of the roof structure for Symbolica, which is left on this big piece of land over here at the side. They're obviously using that as a place to store parts of the roof while they're building Symbolica. You can see some of the turrets and things. Really nice views. It really shows though the scale of this park. Absolutely massive. Look at how many trees there is. There's trees as far as the eye can see. They built this park in a really good location, didn't they? Here at Efteling, everyone is a princess. I'm a princess. Look, I've got a little princess cake and everything. I'm having some ice cream. That's my ice cream being done. I'm having a nice little princess cake before we join the queue for Piranha.
Princess cake?
Yeah, princess cake. There you go. Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube.
Look,
What is
They
it?
even do the best beer in the world.
Thank you very much. There we go, princess cake. Bye.
Can I have a chocolate and strawberry?
We've been on some weird rapids over the past 7 days, but we're now going on Piranha, which is an interim rapids that opened at Efteling in 1983. So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving this one a go. Nice bit of theming. I enjoyed it last time I was here, but I think I only had one ride on it actually. I can't really remember much about this ride in terms of effects. What I can remember though is some nice theming and also some very catchy audio in the queue line. Are you ready for Piranha, Martin?
I am. I like a good rapids, and especially normal intimate rapids instead of it being a weird, like a Vogel one.
Yeah, we've rode some very strange rapids rides in the past week, but they've been good, you know. Oh, there you go, all the parts we're going to. There we go. And we've got a very nice station. There we go.
Europa Park is better, but that's not on the list. We never went to Europa Park on this.
We've done that countless times before. Countless times. Let's get on Piranha. Come for a ride. KFC Mega Wave returns. Hopefully, I'm not going to fall out on this rapid. Well, it's earlier in the week.
To save you this time.
When I was there at Wallaby, Belgium, I got saved by a really nice guy, but I can't remember his name. Christoph. Yeah.
Was it Christoph?
It was Christoph. I think it was Christoph. He saved me. Oh! Here we go. Let the waves begin. Classic Intamin. We got some good effects on the go.
I think we put down KFC on this one.
Oh. You reckon?
Yeah. It's looking like we might do.
That's what we want. It's quite choppy seas ahead. Great views of George and the Dragon. The wooden roller coaster manufactured by GCI. Don't know why I'm talking in a presenter voice. We're on a rapids. We're on a rapidos. We love a good rapids. We want to get wet. That's a good view. Look at that. Really nice view of the first corners there. On the twin track racer. And some nice rock work over at the side with some waterfalls.
Now we need another wave machine.
We do, it's a bit of a lazy river.
A bit of a lazy river here, yeah.
It has died down a bit now.
It started good, I can't remember much, even though I've done it less than a year ago. I've only done it the once or twice, so obviously I didn't really get to remember it that much. It can't have been that memorable.
Boat jam.
Oh, yeah, boat jam, we love boat jam. So we got boat 21, boat 12 and boat 26.
Now boat 29 is about to follow.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go. Boat jam's resolved.
Boat jam is now resolved.
Maybe another boat jam over.
Hopefully we're going to get some KFC. I'm feeling quite hungry. I want some popcorn, maybe a bonus banquet or a bargain bucket. If it's your first time watching a theme park worldwide vlog, we call it a KFC Mega Wave because at Alton Towers, at Alton Towers and our rapids back home, there used to be a KFC that looked over the rapids. It's now not a KFC, but the KFC tradition lives on. It's a bit choppy around here now.
There's about 4 boats here.
Oh, oh! Bang that boat, number 12. It's a nice rapids in terms of looks. I mean, you get some nice views and. Got some nice statues with some waterfalls.
Well, these boats are already not very spaced, are they?
Crazy.
Yeah, they're all close together now.
Oh, we're getting another boat jam here. Silence things. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit jammy this one today, a bit like a jam sandwich. Do love a good jam sandwich. One of my favourite types of sandwich, that.
Oh, hello.
Come on. Oh, KFC. KFC.
Is that another KFC down here as well?
We're getting some waves.
Yeah, this is a good one, this one.
Oh my god! What the hell?
I love it.
Oh my god! That was crazy. Look at my foot. Look at that. Oh my god. Are you a bit wet? Yeah, crazy. Into some classic rapids elements now. Some side-by-side waterfalls. Classic rapids. And we get another one here, quite a big one. I don't like how close we're getting to that. We're getting a bit close. Piranha! Here we go. We're going to have a few problems with the sensor now for the photo, I think. Yeah, I don't think some people aren't going to get a photo on this ride. There's the sensor there, look. Road jam. Hello, Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. Yeah, boot jam, boot jam. We're going to get a picture. Is it? No. Yay! Here we go. The water's quite low in this section of the ride, and the walls are quite tall. Yeah, we might get a bit here, Joe. Oh! On my back. Here's some good effects. These squirt out a bit of water. Are we going to get anything? Whoa! Oh, we just missed it. That was a good rapids. Bit of a lazy river in part, but it's also got some good elements on that. Did you enjoy that one, Martin?
I did. Probably the best rapids we've been on this trip.
You enjoyed that one?
One of the best.
Yeah, it was good. You enjoyed that, Joe?
Yeah, faster intimate one, but I think the funniest one was the Vekoma one we did. That was very funny.
Yeah, the Vekoma ones were very strange with the water that comes through here.
Yeah.
Like I say, all of these vlogs have been a continuation, so make sure you watch them in order of the parks that we've been to. 7 parks, and this is park number 7, Efteling, the last park of the trip. But yeah, good rapids, Piranha, good rapids. Welcome to 1001 Nights. This very nice Arabian-themed area, home to Fata Morgana, which is another huge dark ride here at the park. It opened in 1986, and this is an Intamin boat ride. They don't like using Mack at this park. A lot of the rides, you know, are all different manufacturers and a lot older manufacturers. I suppose Mack really, you know, have come around massively in the past few years. But Fata Morgana is a really nice ride, and like I say, it's based on 1001 Nights, so you can tell sort of by the exterior. It's got a really nice soundtrack, and it's quite a long one, this as well. Really impressive sort of scenery in here, some really nice lighting, and again, this ride is very Efteling. It's very magical, very mysterious. There's the boats for you, you know, it looks very nice. It's a very pretty ride inside. The thing about Efteling to remember is, to get to the rides, you have to sort of know where they are. You can't just really walk around and just sort of, well you can, but you're not going to get very far. It's worth before you come in doing a bit of research. And that's last time when I was here, is what I did wrong. I didn't do enough research into what Efteling as a park was all about, and what sort of ride there was in there with the different themes, etc. This time round, I've done my research, I've listened to the feedback from you guys, and I'm enjoying this park a lot more than I did last time. It's a really nice magical experience. We're not the most sort of themed areas, but the whole park has got a really nice natural feel to it. And this is a really good dark ride. I look forward to getting back on board this one. Fata Morgana. Intimate. What do you think of Fata Morgana, Martin?
I really enjoyed that. It's a good family dark ride, and
Yeah.
and I think that's why I like this park really, because it's got a lot of dark rides in it, and
Very well looked after, dark rides, very well maintained, you know.
yes, and you can definitely see why this place can open all year round.
Yeah.
365.
A lot of indoor attractions.
Yeah, there is, and you can definitely see that this park is definitely aimed at the families instead of the thrill
Massive
seekers.
family park. There's something here for
Which
everyone.
I like my family parks, you know, rather than my thrill seeker parks, you know.
I'm the same. I'm entirely the same. I'm much rather come to a family park what's got a really nice mix of, yes, you've got your B&M coasters, but you've also got some really good dark rides, and all of them are so old yet so well maintained, and the scenes are just beautiful to look at in there as well. Obviously, you've seen where they've done some updates over the years. That opened in the 80s. It's got some really modern laser effects and things, and they just keep things painted up and they look after things. And unfortunately, back in the UK, as a lot of you'll know if you're from the UK watching this video, we don't get rides that are looked after. It opens for a few years and then that's it. The park just seems to forget about it, apart from Drayton Manor when they did the haunting. But you know, in general, the biggest company of UK theme parks, you know, at the end of the day, they do dominate the industry, so they don't really have to maintain the rides as much to keep them looking as nice. Whereas with that, there's a lot of competition in the area and they keep it, you know, looking great. So how was Fata Morgana for Joe?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, that was probably one of the best of those types of dark rides I've done. It doesn't really, they never really do follow a story as such, but the scenes are quite nice to look at. And, yeah.
Especially that one, really nice soundtrack.
Some good effects too,
Yeah,
because it had some smoke effects,
some
it had
fire,
some lasers,
some lasers, some
and
fire.
a little bit of fire.
Yeah, I like how close you can get to this bit of fire here though. I mean, you wouldn't get that in the UK. It's a bit of a health and safety nightmare going on there, but yeah. I'm going to take you guys for a little walk over here now, just to have a look at the maintenance work going on at Aquanora, as we'll get quite a nice shot of it just from along here. So I'll take you for a little look and we'll just have a little gander at what's going on. This is back on at the end of the week, so by the time this video is online, which it is now because you're watching it, why do we always do that? You know, basically the show is now back on for its summer season. You know, this is a brilliant nighttime show featuring water, fire effects, and it's just genuinely a really good show. You'll also notice with the lake how when they built this show, they don't actually have to drain the whole lake. They only have to drain the section in the middle because they obviously built like a separate wall around the rest of it. But this is a huge nighttime show. You got moving heads on top in the crowns on every one of these lampposts all the way around, and this is a huge water show here at the park.
With the frog in the middle.
Yeah, you got frogs. You got 4 different frogs all the way around that squirt water in, and yeah, you know, they've got a bit of scaffolding over there which takes you into the middle. And earlier on there was actually a crane here. It looks to me like the crane has gone, you know, because there was a crane literally right at the side. I can't see the crane. Have they took it down? They must have took it down today, unless we're looking at it from the wrong angle. But I assume they've been lifting a few parts in and things like that, you know. But look at it, you know, you can just see some work going on down there. Something of this scale to maintain, yes, you've got the initial cost of putting them in, but apart from doing its annual maintenance, realistically, what does this type of show cost to put on every night? You don't need performers, you know, and this looks amazing in the daytime, but at night time, come on the midnight close when they do the Tiesto version, because it's absolutely breathtaking, one of the best theme park shows there is. And the good thing about this, you don't need to get here ridiculously early like other nighttime shows at parks where you might need to get there, you know, 45 minutes before. With this, you can watch it from any angle all the way around this whole lake area. And the best thing is they've also designed it so when they put it on at the end of the day, whether that's a daytime close or nighttime close, it's built right next to the entrance, so it draws everyone in from all the other areas of the park. They finished the last ride, so it means they don't want to queue for the rides at the end, and then it's straight out the exit onto the car park. That's a very clever way Efteling do it, and in the theme park design, that is the way to do it. Draw everyone to one centre point near the exit, and then everybody will leave quicker. Obviously the park aren't going to tell you that, but that is the way that these parks are designed with these nighttime shows, to get you all down to one area and all out at the end of the day in a swift and orderly fashion. But we've done really well today. We've done a lot more rides in one day today than me and Dean did in 2 days. This park gets busy. In terms of gate figures, how many did you say it was? The annual gate figures. Putting you on the spot now.
Oh, the annual gate figures.
Yeah. What was it in
they
Europe?
get about 4 to 5 million they get, which is the fourth highest gate figures in the whole of Europe.
After the Disney parks and
after the
Europa
Disney
Park.
parks, Europa is second, and third is actually Tivoli.
Tivoli, yeah. Tivoli's a busy park, obviously, over in Copenhagen.
That is open all year round as well, though. So obviously they've got the advantage of being open all year round, whereas Europa, not all the rides are open all year round, and they still get very, very high gate figures, which is why they're very, very clever.
Europa know exactly what they're doing, and their winter event at Europa looks brilliant. Same with Phantasialand, and that's hopefully something that will be coming to the channel soon, that I'm looking to hopefully get out there for you guys later this year. Potentially, we'll see how things go later this year in terms of what gets announced for new rides and things for 2017. But so far, it's looking like that could be a goer for later this year. So there we go, and I'm sure at some point you'll come back and see Aquanora, the nighttime show. Like I said, there is a video on Theme Park Worldwide of the daytime version and the nighttime version as well. Switzerland. We're going on Bob. Not Bob the Builder, Can We Fix It? This ride doesn't need fixing, it's operational. It's a Swiss Bob manufactured by Intamin that opened at Efteling in 1985. Now, I love rides themed like this because you've got some really nice catchy music. That's probably why I love the Matterhorn as much as I do at Disneyland. The original Disneyland in Anaheim, California, which is absolutely gorgeous, one of my favourite parks out there. With this being an Intamin Bob, it's a little bit different to what you'd expect from a Mack. On a Mack, obviously the trains are really long. On this, you sit in a tiny little bobsleigh car. I mean, look at this. You run through this trough just here, through the trees. It picks up quite a bit of speed, this actually. It's quite fast when it gets going. I think this is the only type of ride like this that I've ever been on, actually. It's a real, proper bobsleigh, but it's not like a bobsleigh coaster, you know. This is a real, it's real, this, isn't it? It's the real thing, you know. So, Bob, what can you do? Fix it. Bob, fix it. Yeah, the throughputs are dire on something like this. I don't think when they build this, they realise that the gate figure at this park will be nearly 5 million. You know?
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it? Bob. What's that? Bob. 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 Poms. Sponsored by Poms, this ride.
Wendy's.
Wendy. What are you on about, Wendy? Lofty. Are you just naming off characters?
Yeah, Wendy. Join the crew. Bob and the gang. Have so much fun.
Working together to get the job done. Bob the Intamin coaster. Can we fix it? Bob the Intamin coaster.
We don't need to fix it.
It's in operation. Here we go, up the lift hill on the nice classic Intamin bobsleigh ride. Something a bit different to experience than a Mack ride. So you're looking forward to seeing what forces you get on this one. Yes. Interesting through the trees as well. Hello, you alright there? Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. Yes. Here we go. And we're off on the bobsleigh. Whee! Whoa! It's better than the bobsleigh Europa already. What's that?
Feels like it's going to roll over.
Could happen one day.
Hair in the face. Bad first call, hair in the face.
That's Bob. Bob.
Bob, I enjoyed that.
Bob. Bob. How did you enjoy Bob?
I enjoyed riding Bob.
Bob, hey! Coaster fans from Spain, Espanol. There we go, fuego. Yeah, so you enjoyed Bob?
Yeah, it is, I like the older.
Hello, Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube.
Yay!
Check it out.
I like the older style bobsleigh coasters because I liked how it just slid up the banks of that. Very, very oldie woldy, what can I say really? But it does kind of, just when you feel like you are getting into it, it does kind of slow down and it ends a bit, to be honest. It is a bit short.
It is quite short. What do you think, Joe? Oh, she didn't like it, she's crying.
Yeah, it was my answer really. Just like feels like it's picking up speed, and then you're like, yeah, it's getting into it, and then stop.
Great run, yeah.
And it does actually feel like you are actually on a bobsled rather than a roller coaster. Like like a few of them that you ride, it does kind of feel like a roller coaster rather than a bobsled.
It feels quite traditional, like you say, but for me, I'll always prefer the mountain bobsleds over that.
Yeah.
Apart from the one at Europa Park, because the one at Europa Park isn't very good.
Yeah.
But that's awful, straight down the drop into a break. But that was good. It's all right, but I'd rather have a mag. And the best one I've ever been on is actually at Park Asterix. That is an amazing bobsleigh ride through loads of theming, loads of atmosphere, and yeah, it's really good.
One was good as well. Heidi Park one.
Yeah, Heidi Park was quite a long one, wasn't it? With some good theming. Yeah, it was good. But yeah, we're going to end the day on Baron 1898. Yet again, the dive coaster that opened last year. And just look, how are we doing, guys? We're pronouncing it. Are we getting there or what? You know.
I think I'd better short.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Look at that though. From this angle, this is the best view of Baron, and it comes over the top, and you look down into the mine shaft. You hear the bells ring, the steam rises,
Ding ding.
and in you go.
Hey.
Look at that. She is beautiful. It might not be the best dive coaster I've ever been on in terms of force or the track layout. However, in terms of how it looks, that is the view. Baron 1898. Let's go on for one more ride. And our last ride of the day here at the Efteling. So Efteling do ticket packages, and we got the extra ticket, which wasn't that much more than purchasing a standard ticket. It means you get a discount 20% on a souvenir transaction. You get a meal, which we decided to have for our dinner, which is one of those mince things which I've not had, but these guys have, and apparently they're very nice.
They are very nice. It's a beef sausage.
A beef sausage. You get lovely fries, which are great, but you also get 50 minutes early entrance to the park. Which is a good bonus. You don't get anything major there though. You just get Vogel Rok and a few other smaller rides. And then you get a coffee and tea with muffin. But I really like this description. Here you go. Enjoy a refreshing cup of coffee or tea accompanied by a delicious muffin. Relax and chat together before resuming your journey through Efteling with renewed energy. A muffin gives you renewed energy. There you go. Look at that.
Energy drinks.
If you didn't want what we just had, you can use
muffins.
it. You can get a panini and a bottle of soft drink instead of what we just had as well. So if you don't want the chips and the beef sausage, then you can have a panini. There you go. Sean's food review with a twist. That one. We got some Efteling partners in quality as well. We got Rabobank, Coca-Cola, Ola, and Chocomal. They're your big partners to look out for whilst you're at this park. For any further questions or information, you can contact the Efteling Visitor Service Centre at the entrance, or you can call 31 0 in a brackets 416 537 777.
Make sure you don't forget the brackets.
Thank you for watching this video, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your stay here at the Efteling.
Well, I'll probably have to get this.
It's merchandise time at the end of day one here at the Efteling. Loads of different soundtracks from around the park, which is good to see. The making of Baron 1898. Yeah, that wasn't on sale last time I was here. That might be quite an interesting buy. Story of Baron 1898, the official opening on ride, time lapse. Also by the Aquanora music. Like I say, Aquanora is not actually on during this trip due to annual maintenance, as I mentioned earlier. Here we go. That's a new mug. I can come back, no price. Father's Day, June 19th. I don't think my dad would want a Baron 1898 mug, but I certainly want one. I'm having that. What else we got? What you got there then, Martin?
I'm buying a Baron Aktenaktenakenen mug.
Let's get in the mug, yeah.
And Efteling Aquanora show.
But you've not seen the show.
No, I haven't.
But you're making the most of your 20% discount that we get.
Yeah.
So,
but it's a nice magnet.
It'll look great on
and
your fridge.
And it'll go well on my fridge.
But you're not seeing the show. Well, you're going to come back and see the show. Are you next year?
I am.
And you're going to come and ride Symbolica?
Maybe even this year, to be honest.
Wow. He's enjoyed this park a lot.
I love this park. The best park of the trip.
This is Martin's Park. It's a beautiful park.
I love it.
I love it too. It's just very strange.
Europa's better.
Europa Park.
I'm sorry to say.
It's still the best part, but we'll sum it all up later. Anyways, Theme Park Worldwide puts a tent up in a second, which will be quite fun. We're staying tonight as we're doing another half day on park tomorrow that we'll be vlogging. Where we're going to be having a look around the Enchanted Forest and things. The Fairy Tale Forest is going to be great. And do some other different things. But tonight, it's Theme Park Worldwide puts up a tent. And now you only get this in vlogs when we go to Oakwood. As to be honest, I don't sleep in tents very often. But you're going to see it tonight. Yeah, we're staying literally just outside, what, about a 15-minute walk, did you say?
Yeah.
From the entrance.
Yeah,
so
that's right, about a 15-minute walk.
Not too far, so we'll...
And the owner is a nice man called Hank.
We're going to go and see Hank, and we're going to put up a tent. So, yeah, it's going to be a good fun. Keep watching for that. If you want to see me struggle to put a tent up, let's get this mug purchased and
then we're going to the park.
We are. We're going to have a look around the hotels and potentially the little Efteling village, which I've never seen before. So we're going to have a look and we'll see a bit later. Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. Hey.
Een uurtje ligt te wachten in de auto.